Good evening, everyone. My name is Tiffany Dyer, and this evening I will be speaking about legislative work in the field of social work. I believe that this topic is important to speak about, especially in light of the elections that just happened. Our communities changes as the political climate changes. So I believe that it's important that we learn and understand what's happening so we are able to provide the best resources possible as social workers for our clients as well for the community that we serve. So, what is legislative work? Legislative work is the process of influencing public policies through legislation. This could be done in numerous of ways, such as lobbying lawmakers, testifying at legislative hearings, educating the public about social issues, and building connections with other organizations. Why is legislative work important for social workers? Legislative work is important for social workers because it allows them to have a direct impact on the lives of the clients and the communities. By advocating for policies that support social justice, social workers can help to create a more efficient and just society. Why? Oh, sorry, guys. What are some of the challenges of legislative work? Well, there are many of challenges, right? These could include the time and resources required to be effective. Because in terms of policy making, it takes time. We have to go out and we have to scatter out to people. We have to ask the general public their views and their opinion about certain things. We have to see what the challenges are in these certain areas and communities and what can we do to change them, you know? So we have to go out and do our research, and sometimes doing research does take time. Um, the need to build relationships with lawmakers and other stakeholders. Sometimes, when working with other lawmakers, they may not agree with the things that we agree to. So it can be difficulties in that, you know, as well as the need to overcome opposition from special interests. How can social workers get involved in legislative work? Well, there are numerous of ways social workers can be involved in legislative work. This could include joining a professional organization, such as the NASW. I have been on this website a couple of times before, and I have been told about like different other organizations that you could join to as social workers. Um, but it's important because like when you join these organizations, they keep you in tune and they tell you about the certain how can you say social issues that's going on that we could discuss and the things that's hurting these communities, you know. Volunteering at political campaigns. I know some people that has done that. It's just each to one his own. But I feel like it can be like a good groundbreaking experience depending on the person that you really like. Um, as well as contacting your elected officials. You can contact your mayor. You can contact the Brooklyn borough president if you're from New York City. There's different people that you can contact and let them know like situation that's happening. You could learn the the small organizations that they have going on in the community, so that way you could just join and volunteer. Um, yeah, so connecting with your elected officials can be very beneficial as a social worker because you're learning more resources and you learn more things that's within your community. As well as testifying at legislative hearings. Excuse me. I believe also that is important because of the fact that things is constantly changing. And when you participate in a legislative hearing, for example, it could be something as small as potholes being changed in the city streets. If you attend, then you can understand what times is going to be happening. You go to testify about the issues that you've been having with your car if you have been suffering with the potholes in the streets, you know. But just having your voice being heard, you're advocating for the community and not only for yourself. As well as writing letters to the editor. I remember during my first year, well, my first semester in grad school, one of our professors, one of my classes, our professors had us write a letter to the editor, and I believe that was such a cool experience. 'Cause I think I sent it to like the New York Times, but just to knowing that we have the power to try to make change and to have our voice being heard is such an important thing, and something that you could always pass on to knowledge to other people, that yes, to other people you could write a letter to the editor and try to bring change and try to like have your voice being said. And it's important that we tell other people that, because now since I have learned the knowledge, I believe that it's important to pass it on to others. In conclusion, legislative work is an important part of social work. By advocating for policies that support social justice, social workers can help to create policies that are more equitable and more just for our society. Thank you guys for watching my video tonight. Bye.